Well, news reaching us now states that Supreme Court adjourns new Naira note suits till February 22nd. This is serious matters on ONIF TV. Please do share our videos with others. Drop your comment, make them simple and civil. My name is Olukunle Abraham. Supreme Court adjourns new Naira note suits till February 22nd. Well, the Apex Court, which heard the case on Wednesday earlier on today, was filled to capacity with a renewal of Senior Advocate of Nigeria, other lawyers, and the governors of Kaduna and Kogi State, Nasir El-Rufai and Yahya Bello, respectively. The Supreme Court of Nigeria has adjourned the case on the Naira swap policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, till Wednesday, February 22nd, for hearing of this consolidated suit by 10 states. Of course, we understand that nine other states are joined, or maybe nine or 10 other states are joined, the initial three states that took up the case, the other states, namely Niger, Kano, Ondo, Ekiti. Order had also applied to be joined in the suit against the CBN and the federal government. Court's proceeding began with Justice John Okoro leading a seven-man panel. He said the court should not lose sight of the case and its intention as it affects the suffering of Nigeria. Lagos State, through its Attorney General Moyosori Onigbagjo, also applied seeking to be joined in the suit. Well, Bayelsa State, led by Damien Dodo, had also applied to be joined in the suit as a respondent. Similarly, Edo State applied to be joined as a respondent. Well, it's getting more interesting, even though the adjournment is just a few days to the election. Is adjourned to just 3 days to the election. Supreme Court has adjourned that particular case. Well, one has continued to wonder. Somebody in one of the comments I saw here, this person said if El Rufai had put in so much effort as he is putting into this one, which affects everybody, there's no doubt about that. If he has put in this effort into the situation in southern Kaduna, the story would not be the same. Well, and the news going around that old naira notes remain in legal tender is a fake news. Old naira notes do not remain legal tender. February 10th still stands until we get the ruling of the Supreme Court. As it is now, the Supreme Court is postponed the hearing to the 22nd of February so as to allow the additional states to fight in their own parts of it, so that at least there will be no side lost of any parts. We hear that the Kaduna files had contempt of court suit against the federal government over non-compliance. The Kaduna State Attorney General said to a senior advocate of Nigeria, Abdul Karim Abdul Lakim Mustafa, representing Kaduna State at the ongoing currency policy suit filed against the federal government at the Supreme Court by Kaduna, Kogi, and Zamfara State. The three states where the initial state has further filed a contempt of court suit against the federal government. In the matter presided over by Justice Iyango Koro, Mustafa drew their panel's attention to the federal government's alleged flouting of the order of the court last week by the non-compliance to the extension of the use of the old naira note. However, Kano Agabi, who represents the federal government, objected, arguing that the claim is based on rumors out there. The panel said the issue cannot be attended to immediately until all the processes are filed and served. But Mustafa insisted that the federal government is acting in executive recklessness by going ahead to ignore the order. He therefore insisted that the extension should subsist. In its response, the panel advised that the processes are filed and served on Friday, and replies should be given on Monday to enable a hearing on Wednesday. Of course, that is just the recent, news that just broke just about a few minutes ago. Of course, nobody is left out. Even the rich has to do away with something to get the cash. Where we saw on Arise News this morning where Rufai was, made a point where he said some politicians go as far as, contacting bank managers, depositing 140 to 140 million to get 100 million naira, new notes, where the average Nigerians are suffering on the streets. Well, I hope and I dream that one day Nigeria will get out of this huddle and puzzles and become a free nation indeed. Because as it is now, it's not what is supposed to be. We hope that things will be as they ought to be in little or no time. And that's why you need your PVC to do justice to these. Please, election is around the corner. Just, I mean, not just around the corner, it's already at the door. Please do vote wisely. Vote wisely. We're in support of PWB. We're in support of Labour Party. Please, let's vote wisely. Nigeria is so much in the trench, so much at the precipice. Any mistake now will not be palatable. Please, let's make the right choice as elections come. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, this is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. Please share your opinions, drop your comment, make them simple and civil.